Hi guys, my name is Misty and I am here to show you how I lost 40 pounds in 12 weeks. But before I do that, let me show you some pictures from 40 pounds ago. To begin, I should tell you a little bit about my backstory. So when I was a kid, I was always a skinny kid. Like, I never had any issues with my weight or anything like that until I was an adult. I was always active as a kid. I didn't eat right, to be honest with you. I was just one of those lucky kids that was able to eat that way and stay active and still stay thin. But once I became an adult and I started having babies and all that stuff, it all caught up to me. When I had my last baby, that's when my weight just seriously ballooned, and I didn't do anything about it, and it just slowly kept going up from there. Because I ballooned, I was definitely overweight, but I did have a job where I was on my feet and I was active and all that good stuff, so that did help. So I was definitely a chunk. But then I ended up getting a different job, and it was a sedentary job. It's an office job. So next thing you know, when you're sitting 5 days a week at a computer, my weight just went up and up and up and up and up, and it was like spiraling out of control. And I was like, what am I doing? And then the last few years, every time I would go to the doctor, the labs would always come back with something, I have hypothyroid, I was anemic for a long time, I was vitamin D deficient. This last time I went to the doctor, which is what made me finally really think about, I am not in control of my own life and health right now. But the last doctor appointment that I went to, another bad lab result. Basically they came back and said my liver enzymes were all messed up. And this is kind of what threw me, because she was like, well, you're probably a drinker, right? She's like, how many alcoholic beverages do you have a day? And I'm like, I'm not a drinker. I may have a couple of alcoholic beverages, maybe seriously, once a year when I go to Puerto Penasco. Then she comes back and she's like, oh, well, she's like, do you take pills? And I'm like, yeah, if I have a headache, I'll take Tylenol or something. But if you're asking me if I'm a pill popper, no, I'm not a pill popper. So anywho, that is kind of why I decided to change my life and get healthy. And then I came across the keto diet. A couple of coworkers that I work with, they were talking about the keto diet. Hey, we should do a keto challenge, blah, 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 get healthy. And I was like, okay, that's great. But I seriously had no clue what the heck the keto diet was. So they kind of gave me the gist of it. And then I went home and I researched it and I researched it and I researched it. And basically I was like, you know what? I think I could do this. So I researched the diet. I went grocery shopping. I went and I bought everything that I needed to basically succeed on this diet. I couldn't completely go through all my cabinets and ditch all the crap. I have a family that eats regular food and all that stuff. So that was another obstacle I had to overcome. It doesn't matter if you're in your home, if you go to a birthday party, if you go to a special event, it doesn't matter. Food is everywhere. You're never gonna get away from it. So you just have to have the willpower, you have to have the strength, and you gotta do this for yourself. So once I told myself that, and once I convinced myself of that, so I went on this keto diet, and I kept it simple, because I think if you make it too difficult, then your chances of failing are a little higher in the beginning. Maybe once you get the hang of it and you kind of really know where you're going with this, then you can start experimenting with new recipes and all that good stuff. But in the beginning, I kept it simple. For those of you who don't know what a keto diet is, it is basically a high-fat, low-carb diet. However, keep in mind that it is a high-fat, low-carb. However, if you're trying to lose weight, just remember that when it comes to your macros, protein is a goal, carbs and fat is a limit. because you don't want to overeat on your fat if you're trying to lose weight, because if you're shoving all this fat down your throat, then your body is going to eat the fat that you're eating rather than the fat on your tummy and the back of your arms and your neck, wherever. But yeah, in the beginning, the first 2 or 3 weeks was probably the hardest for me. I could not stay on this diet for the life of me. I kept cheating, like every couple of days I cheated. And then finally it was Easter. It was April 1st of this year, so April 1 of 2018. I made keto desserts and everything, and I ended up eating like all the other crap too, because I was like, really, what was the point in making all these desserts if you're just gonna eat the crap too? But that's okay. And then that next Monday, I can't remember if it was a Monday or a Tuesday, but it was a Monday or a Tuesday, a coworker that I work with brought in donuts, and they know that I love the lemon donuts, so of course I cheated again. So after that day, I told myself, you are either gonna do this or you're not. Make up your mind, but stop yo-yo dieting, because I'm like, all you're doing is messing up your metabolism even more. So I literally, like, after I lectured myself, I didn't cheat again after that, because I was like, I was serious about this. I was like, you're either gonna do it or you're not. Choose. And I chose to do it, and thank goodness, I mean, God was with me, because I couldn't have done it without him. Once I decided that and I stuck to it, in the beginning, I literally did not count any macros, because I was like, I just want to get a hang of the diet. So I basically only counted my carbs. Everything else was free game. You know, I didn't count my protein, I didn't count my fats. Once I felt like I had a handle on the diet, then I was like, okay, you know, I can do this. I can do this. So then after that, I went online, I found a keto macro calculator. I figured up exactly how much protein, how much fat, and how much carbs I should be eating for my size, my weight, my height, all that good stuff. And I literally stuck to those macros like no other for like probably a month and a half. And I lost a lot of weight. And then, but here was the downfall in that, is I almost every single thing that I put into my mouth, I put into that macro calculator. But then I started to get kind of obsessed with it. It was starting to where I was getting a little bit ridiculous with it. I stopped putting everything into my macro calculator, and I started listening to my body. I listened to my body, and I was like, are you really hungry? Do you really want to eat? Once I started listening to my body, and I ate when I was hungry and I stopped when I was full. And by then, once you track your macros for a good 6 weeks, like, you really kind of know where you're at, you know? I still count my carbs, but you really kind of know, you know, I'm probably eating too much fat today, or I'm probably not eating enough fat today, or I'm, probably didn't eat enough protein today. You kind of get to know that. And then I still, every now and then, just to make sure I'm on track, I put my numbers into the macro, I keep wanting to say macro calculator, whatever that app is called. I use Carb Manager. I'll put my food into there and see where I'm at, just to make sure I'm still on track. But I mean, I kind of don't astray too much from the different foods that I eat, so I really kind of know what I can have and what I can't have to stay within those macros. And another thing too, it really is calories in, calories out kind of a thing. Like, for instance, I'm only 4'11", so I can't eat 2,500 calories and not gain weight. I mean, I'm short, so just keep that in mind. It is calories in versus calories out. Another thing I do too, just to add on to the keto diet, is every single morning, and this isn't just for weight loss, this is also to cleanse my organs and my liver and all that good stuff, but every single morning I have a little jug, and I put ice water in it. I put 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and I squeeze an entire lemon into there, and then I throw a little stevia in there to sweeten it up, because otherwise it would be nasty. Let's just be real. However, And I know people are looking at me probably saying, oh my God, apple cider vinegar, that is disgusting. Which, honestly, before I started this diet, I would totally agree with you. However, once you add the lemon and the stevia, it almost tastes like lemonade, but then again, I haven't had lemonade in quite some time, so maybe I forgot what lemonade tastes like. However, it's good to me, and it's worth a try, and it's good for you, so why not try it? Another thing with this diet too is when I was eating whatever, all kinds of crap, when I was eating junk and sugar and carbs and potatoes, my blood sugar levels were like, and I would be up, and then I would be tired, and then I'm like, what are you doing to yourself? And on keto, you just kind of stay level. It's just nice because you don't have those, I work kind of afternoon hours, so, on keto, I just kind of stay level. I don't have those crashes after I eat my dinner where I'm like, oh gosh, I need a nap. I don't feel that way anymore, and I feel like I have so much energy. I can tie my shoes. I can do one shoe and then stay down there, bent down, and tie the other shoe and still breathe at the same time. That is such an amazing feeling. You talk about goals. I mean, I just feel so much better. I can go for long walks. We're talking like long walks, and I can be booking it. And it's just great, I feel absolutely amazing compared to the way that I did before. I mean, back then when I was 40 pounds heavier, I still got up and did things. It was just more of a struggle. And I hated it, and it was kind of embarrassing. Like, it does mess with you, when you go to social events and stuff like this, and you're like, oh, I'm the fat girl. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to feel that way anymore. And I didn't like the way I felt back then. So I am very thankful that this has worked for me. So an example of what I would eat in a day is when I get up in the morning, I chug like 2 cups of water, so about 16 ounces of water every single morning, because I have to take my thyroid medication anyway, so I'll chug 2 glasses of water before I have anything, and then I'll wait a little bit, and then I'll have 2 cups of coffee, and I put in there 1 tablespoon of heavy whipping cream with a little bit of stevia. I'll have 2 glasses like that, and those literally hold me over till probably like 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's when I'll have my first meal. Every once in a while I'll get hungry and I'll have my first meal like around noon. But for the most part, it's between 1 and 2. And it's just because I'm not hungry. Like the whipping cream, the heavy whipping cream that I put into my coffee, that literally satiated me until then. But then at lunch, so I'll have like 2 eggs with maybe a couple pieces of bacon with like some asparagus and some olive oil over the top of that, and that will be my breakfast. And sometimes I'll put in the eggs like feta cheese or something like that. I love feta cheese. If y'all haven't had feta cheese and eggs, it is so good. You should try it. And then for dinner, I just keep it simple. I'll just have like a protein with a vegetable. So, or maybe sometimes I'll even have just like a salad or whatever, but I'll have, like the other day I had salmon with some broccoli, and I put a little bit of grass-fed butter on my broccoli. You don't want to do the high starchy vegetables like potatoes, sweet potatoes, but yeah, so that would be kind of a typical day. And if I do get like a sweet tooth or whatnot, Pinterest has so many recipes. Just go on there, find a simple keto-friendly treat that you want to try, and I'll just whip up something like that. Or I'll even do like 90% dark chocolate or something like that, because you don't want to deprive yourself either. You want to still enjoy what you eat. Another thing too, y'all, is drink a ton of water. Water all day long. Drink a ton of it. When it comes to going out to eat, I will go out to eat. I'm just extremely careful. I feel like I drive everybody crazy when we go out to eat because I ask, whether it be the waiter or whoever, like a ton of questions. I'm like, well, is there any sauce on that? What kind of seasoning did you put on that? You know, just don't be afraid to ask questions. You're putting it into your body. Probably like 6 weeks in, once I really knew that I had a hang on this diet, then I started exercising too. I'll go for a walk, a speed walk around my house. I would say I joined a gym, but I've actually been with this gym for many years. I just like donating money to them for the longest time. Just kidding. But no, I never used it until recently. And I'm like, oh, Misty, all that money wasted. But that's okay. So I will go to the gym. I would say on average, I probably work out 4 days a week. I really would like to make that about 6 days a week, but sometimes life gets in the way and it is what it is. And I would say probably like about that time too, about 6 weeks in, that's when people really started to notice, hey, you know what, you've lost weight, what are you doing? And that's such a good feeling because it makes you feel like you've accomplished something. It makes you feel like your hard work is finally paying off and you're like, yes, yes. I'm doing it. And I mean, I still have a ways to go. Like I'm not where I need or want to be yet. I would say I'm about halfway there. I'm only 4'11". Back 40 pounds ago, I was trapped in a 4'11" frame carrying 204 pounds. That's a lot of weight for that small of a build. So I still have plenty of weight to lose that I'm honestly, it's just gonna take it one day at a time. And when I get there, I get there. I wouldn't say I have a goal weight because I know what my goal weight range is, but I wouldn't say I have a goal weight because when you look online to see what your weight is supposed to be for your height, it's a pretty large range. Like I think my range was like not quite 100 pounds all the way to like 120 pounds or something like that. I don't remember. But you gotta remember that, you know, you gotta take into consideration bone size, muscle, all that good stuff. So I don't know if I'm gonna be more comfortable at 120 or 110. So I really don't have a goal weight yet, but I'm definitely gonna keep y'all posted on my weight loss journey. Another thing to remember, guys, again, is do it for you. If you're not doing it for you, then you're gonna struggle. You're not gonna stay on it. Don't do it for your parents. Don't do it for your husband. Don't do it for your boyfriend. Don't do it for, you gotta do it for you. You know, you gotta make the change for you. And if I can do it, any of y'all can do it because I was the worst dieter ever. But I think that's it for now. And I'm definitely gonna keep you guys updated and posted on my weight loss journey. I mean, I'm only halfway in and I have more to lose. And again, thank you so much for watching and I will talk to y'all next time. Bye.